Guys, in this video, we are taking this Axial SCX6 rock crawler. It's a 1/6 scale, it costs well over $1,000. And we're putting it up against this $10 rock crawler from AliExpress. And you're probably thinking, what's the point in that? It's a little cheap toy grade versus a full, expensive, over-the-top hobby grade. Well, don't worry, we're throwing in the SCX24, which is the smallest rock crawler you can get from Axial versus the biggest, and this little cheapo. We're going to put them through a number of different tests, from how steep they can crawl, turn in circles, value for money. I think we're going to do a power to weight test as well, so hopefully should be a bit of fun. First thing we've got to do though is get this beast out of the box. This is the Honcho. They also do a Jeep. This is the newest version. It's probably going to make a mess all over my carpet. Oh. Nice. This thing's huge. It's massive. Look at the size of it. Oh, shiny. Yep, that's good. So the first thing we're going to talk about is cost. This isn't value for money, this is cost. So for each test there's going to be a score 1 to 3, 1 being the worst, 3 being the best. So the first thing we're going to do is cost. And for argument's sake, that's 1,000, that's 100, and that's 10. It's there or thereabouts. It's 1,000-ish, that's just over 100, and I think that's around 10 to 15. So 1,000, 100, 10. 3 points for the little one there, 2 points for the SCX24, and 1 point for the SCX6. So currently in the lead. I'm not sure that's going to last very long. We've been scammed. We've been scammed with this one.
Yeah, payback scammer. How are you?
I'm sorry?
Payback scammer. How are you?
Payback scammer?
Look what it says on the box. It says double motor. I thought that meant it was 4-wheel drive, but it's not. There's one motor in the back for the rear wheels. It's only 2-wheel drive. Man, it's lucky we got that thing out. Right, anyway, climb test next. Right, winner goes first. So because this thing is currently in the lead, the little Boost 22. A nice, easy, well, that's what, 33 degrees. I don't think it's gonna do it, but I can tell you something. It's gonna look cool doing it. Look at that. Right, here we go. Not even got a drag brake. Fancy that. 25. Oh, that looked promising. Need a bit of a run up. Come on. Come on. Yeah! Next up, the SCX24 from Axial. Let's call that 40 degrees. Quietly confident. Easy. 48. So 48 degrees. Easy again. Straight to the top. 53. Oh, it's going to do it. Oh, nearly. Let's bring it down to 51. Now we're talking. That is right on the limit. 51 degrees. Come on, the little SCX24. Good enough for me. I think this one wins on lights, doesn't it? Yes. So this has actually got 2 speeds. Make sure we're in low speed. This is high speed. There we go, we're in low speed. So really, we could just leave that at what the SCX24 did, and if this gets up there, we can adjust it. If not, it means the SCX24 has won. I don't know whether it's going to do it. It's probably going to pull that off there. It's probably going to slide the board down. Might have to put my foot there. Oh, it's going to do it, you know. Again, right on the limit. Yes. Yes, SCX6. All the way. Come on. If you get all the way, you beat the SCX24. Oh, it's going to slide off. Oh, yeah. Winner, winner. First place to the big boy. If you want to know what its limit is, it's just under 56. So 3 points, 2 points, 1 point, which means that's on 4, that's on 4, and that's on 4. So next is the steering test. As soon as the back wheel passes this cone, we're gonna go full lock, and then once it's completely straight again, we'll stop it there. And as the SCX6 won that one, it's gonna go first. Nothing changed out of the box. Obviously you can adjust bits and pieces with it. This is a straight out the box test. So as soon as that rear wheel passes, right, full lock. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna... It didn't make it. Okay. Right, SCX24, let's go. As soon as that rear wheel passes, full lock. Oh, look at that. Bossed it. There we go. Here we go then. Two-wheel drive should have the advantage. I don't think it's gonna though. Full lock. Whoa. Well, at least it got all the way round. First, second, second, third. 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. That means that's got 5, that's got 6, and that's got 7. This thing needs to get a grip, literally. Hopefully the SCX6 is going to get some points back here because we're going to do build, quality and design. And I'm not even going to waste your time with this thing. After being scammed with the whole twin motor thing, that's last place, we're not even going to look at it. SCX24, so pretty much all plastic components, multi-link suspension, 4-wheel drive. It's got worm gears rather than your conventional crown and pinion, which actually works really well because it gives you a nice low crawl, so good design there. Nice body design with driver in there, completely ready to ride. It has got a combined ESC receiver in there, got a little micro axle mounted servo. Quality, design, very good. It is all plasticky, it is cheap, but a solid design and one of the best in its class. So it's definitely better than that thing. Now then, this thing's so heavy. So really nice looking body. Loads of lights on there. Moulded bumper, moulded grille. Alloy plate there. Some running boards there. Under here, in there is all your secret stuff. Very nice overall. Let's go straight underneath. All metal under there. Massive motor, 2-speed gearbox, scale engine cover, big chunky metal links under there on the suspension, all metal gears in this, big oil filled shocks. I think it's safe to say quality and design, top marks. That has definitely switched things around a bit. This next test is one I've been looking forward to doing. I've never done it before actually. It's the pull test. Got this mini crane scale here. Got a little hook mounted in the wall there. Get a board with some carpet on so we've got traction. And obviously this thing's going to get the highest number. We're going to weigh them all. We're going to do strength to weight. So it doesn't matter the size of the number this pulls really. It's all down to how much it can pull depending on its weight. So I better move my van out of the way for... Whoa, hang on a minute. We don't need to move the van. Little party trick, eh, from the SCX6. It's getting a bit of speed up as well. Right, little SCX24 first. Put it on pounds rather than kilos, just so it's a bit easier to read. Chains hook around the front. A lot of people tie stuff onto the back, but it just means it lifts it up. It just kind of like pops it out like that. If you put it around the front, it digs it in. So let's give this thing a go. Take the strain. Here we go. Oh. 94, it peaked at 97. Oh, 105. Oh, 112. That was just touching the front a little bit just to keep them front wheels down. We'll call that 1.12 pounds. Right, next up it's the beast. The boost beast. Zeroed out. I'm not sure what this is going to do, but let's go. Oh, it did register. Ready, here we go. Nope, nothing. Oh, there we go. 0.22. It's a big beast, but will its power to weight outdo the SCX24? Right, first pull, let's go. Oh, 40, 50. Oh, it's going, it's going. That was a 50-pound pull, but it was pulling the carpet away. Let's try again. Oh, 53. Yeah, it's going again. It's going again. Yeah, it's looking like 55. Those tyres are proper digging in. Oh, we peaked at 60 there. So the scores are in for the pull test. I definitely didn't write all this down. I'd done it all in my head. First we go over the weight. So I should have done the pull test in kilograms, but I've worked it all out. So the cheapo weighs 273 grams, which is about 0.61 of a pound. The SCX24 weighs 229 grams, which is more or less half a pound. And the SCX6 with the batteries I had in it weighs 12.5 kilos, which is 27.5 pound. I could have left one of the batteries out because I was running the single 4S, but I put the other one in for ballast and a bit more weight, but that might have affected the grip. So we're going to leave it as is. So in reverse order, we knew this was going to be last. This managed a 0.22, and that was with a bit of a run up, which is 0.36 of its weight. So just over a third of its weight it could pull. Not that it really done any pulling. And in second place, drum roll, it was the SCX6. Peaked at 60, well, it went to about 61. I was holding the front, I wasn't really putting any weight on it, I was just trying to keep it straight. So we're gonna call it 60 for cash. Pulled 60 pound, weighs 27.55. So it's pulled just over 2 times its weight, 2.177 to be exact. And now this is gonna be controversial. First place, the SCX24 with battery half a pound or thereabouts, pulled 1.12. I did put a little bit of weight on the front and got it up to 1.6. That was quite a bit of weight on the front of this. So we're going to call it 1.12. That's what it managed to pull on its own. And that is 2.24. 2.24 versus 2.177. You could almost call it a draw. And kind of looking at it, and this was, you know, between 59 up to 61 something, and this was fluctuating a bit. The weights aren't exact that I've put on there, so I'm going to give that 3 points, because that little thing's power to weight pretty much equal to this big beast. That's getting 3 points. That's obviously getting 1 point. It deserves none, but I'm going to be kind though, and we're going to give it 2.5 points because it was so close to SCX24. And I reckon if we fiddled about with the figures a bit more and got them a bit more accurate, it may have come first. So current standings, last place, 8 points to this. Second place, 10.5 points to the SCX6. And in first place currently, with 12 points, is the SCX24. Final round, the flex test.
Get the shoes. Get the shoes. Make sure you get the shoes. Get them clear.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to lift the front up until the rear wheel just comes off the ground, like so. And then I'm going to measure from the outside of the tyre. And then because obviously they're different sizes, similar to the weight pull, we're going to take the tyre size as a reference. We're going to see how many of its own tyres it can flex. Scale wise, these are oversized, the same as these. So again, you might agree and disagree, but that's how I'm doing it. So it's tough. Oh, 8 millimeters. Nice. All right, come on there, Mr. SCX24. See what you got. Let's just give it a bit of a, there we go. That's as far as we're going. What's that? 4, that is 40 mil. That's about there. Right, we're gonna say 145. So 8, 40 and 145. Quick calculations again that you can either disagree with or agree with, but it's fair because I've done it for all of them. In last place, funnily enough, with an 8mm flex, wheels and tyre diameter of 45mm, that gives that a score of 0.177 and 1 point. And in second place, it's the SCX24 with a diameter of 54mm, that's how I measured it, and a flex of 40mm, that gives that a score of 0.74. Second place and 2 points. And with a flex of 145mm and a wheel tyre diameter of 180mm, this gets a score of 0.8, giving it the 3 points. So totaling the scores up, there is no surprise that in last place is the $10 crawler from AliExpress. Don't buy that. In second place, and only missing out by half a point, is the SCX6. What an absolute beast. I'm looking forward to getting this out on the trails and doing some stuff with this. And in first place, with a score of 14 points, it's the little SCX24. I was going to add another category of practicality. This thing would come top again because it's easy to chuck in your bag. This thing weighing in at 25 pound or like 11, 12 kilos. One, you're not going to fit it in your bag, and two, it's not very practical. So I didn't do that category because it would have won anyway. I don't know, would that have come second? It's practical, I suppose. Maybe this would have come second. Wouldn't have made a difference to the positions anyway. Hope you enjoyed that video, just a little bit of fun. It's got a car to move back now. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Come on. Cheaper than fuel. It's cheaper than diesel. Come on. Nearly there. Nearly there. Let's go. I'd say that's about it, isn't it? That's got to be there. That is definitely cheaper than diesel, I reckon.